Today we're in my sister's apartment. As you can tell by the backdrop, I am in a different location. I helped her make over her living room and dining nook with Article. So this video is in collaboration with Article. As you guys know, I love Article and have used them before in a lot of my videos and room makeovers, so I'm happy to be working with them again. And I'm going to give you a tour around Kimberly's house and show you a bit of, some of the concerns that were in this area and kind of the living and dining area and some of the design hurdles that we had to overcome to make the space function, look nice, and fit her aesthetic and vibe. So this apartment is an old apartment, but relatively recently remodeled, and it's kind of more like builder finishes, like builder grade finishes. So the walls are beige, it just has brown beige carpet, and then kind of like a linoleum. I guess they did, I feel like, a little bit more trendy in the kitchen, or maybe more timeless, and they did like a darker kind of gray brown linoleum type of flooring, and then she has white cabinets and a black countertop. So in the kitchen it's pretty classic. Where the design struggles mainly were in the living area, and the reason for that is because this space is not just a typical rectangle. I think because of the way the building is and built, all of the apartments have these really cool kind of bay window bump out areas, which are beautiful, but can be a bit of a hurdle design wise, figuring out how the heck do you lay out furniture in this type of living room. So this living room has to act as a place to relax, watch TV over here to my left, and then also to be a space where you can entertain and have friends and family over. So we started with this beautiful sofa from Article. It is a more traditional L-shaped sectional, and this fits perfectly in the corner of this apartment. This is really the only two walls like this, so it made a lot of sense to use a sectional in this corner versus a standalone sofa with chairs. Maybe it'll make more sense as I kind of walk you around this room and you get kind of a vibe. But the sectional really helps to kind of anchor the space, to create an opening to the rest of the room out this way, because off to kind of over there is the kitchen dining area, and then off to that side is that bay window that I was talking about, and then just this way is the TV. So by placing the sectional off into this corner like this, it keeps it really open and inviting to the rest of the space, so that if you were to have friends and family over, it's really easy for people to kind of mingle from the kitchen dining area off into the living room and nothing feel closed off or uninviting. And it also makes for a very comfy and cozy place to watch TV, but you can also get a view out all of their amazing windows in this apartment. So being that we went with an L-shaped sectional, we decided to use a square rug underneath the sectional, just because it felt like it would ground this sectional a bit better, and we weren't going to be floating any more furniture off of it, so a rectangular rug would have kind of jetted out a little bit too much. So we stuck with a square rug underneath this sofa. And then we anchored it with a coffee table. We went with a rectangular coffee table. It has some drawers in it, which are great for storing things like remotes and stuff out of sight. And then it leaves for a nice surface for drinks and things that you want to put onto a hard surface. So then over here, this is where it gets a little interesting design-wise. This is that bay window. While it is beautiful, and it can be hard to figure out how to lay out a space like this. So we grounded the room. This is kind of the main focal point of the living room over here at the sectional. And then we added two chairs, a pair of chairs here in the bay window, kind of floating off the wall. And the reason to kind of pull them out was to make it so everything didn't obviously line up against the walls all the way around, but also it just feels more inviting. It kind of makes it feel a little bit cozier in here, and you don't feel like if you're sitting in these chairs you're completely out of the loop from what's happening over here on the sectional. It feels like it's all one kind of grouped space, but this is its own little vignette over here. And then we have this really cute little woven basket side table, coffee table thing. It's a great height. It also has storage in here. And again, it helps to kind of create this little conversation seating area over here when you have guests over. And then we also added a pouf from Article because I am obsessed with poufs pretty much. I think they're super functional. You can kick your feet up on them, on the couch or on the chairs. But you can also, if you're having like more people over, pull it out, and it can be like additional seating, and you guys can like watch a game or something like that when you have like your friends and family over. But for now, we just kind of store it off to the side. So next to the pouf over here is this cabinet. It's actually a cabinet that was made by our like great grandfather. It's a little worn on the top, but I think that it adds a really cool like conversational piece because, you know, it's made by somebody in our family, but also it adds a lot of warmth with the wood tones and a lot of character to the space. This wall here divides the bay window and the other bay window that holds the dining table over there. And putting a cabinet like this really helps to kind of divide the space and ground this wall so that it didn't feel so like vast and open. It kept this room feeling like its own separate kind of cozy area, and the dining room is off, you know, on the other transition over the floor, which helps to kind of divide them, but this also helps to kind of anchor this space here too. And then off over here, this is the dining room or like kitchenette type of nook. My sister really wanted the dining table to be in the window because they have these amazing huge bay windows, and to take advantage of that, such like a wonderful spot to like have your coffee and eat breakfast and stuff in the morning. So then this space over here was just kind of a random recessed nook because they didn't extend the cabinets all the way out here with the kind of remodel that they did in this apartment. So instead, we kind of decided to add some floating shelves to make it feel like an extension of the kitchen itself. So we added 2 shelves and then styled them with all the fun things that you find in a kitchen and just cute, pretty things. And then we ground it with, there's actually a set of these cabinets that my grandfather made underneath it for more storage in the kitchen, another surface space. And then next to that, we have just a nice little plant to add kind of a obviously green element again, but a little bit of a sculptural moment to this kind of very square angular space we have going on. This table here is actually a hand-me-down, and a great way to like upcycle a table that you maybe found secondhand or got gifted and it's in good condition, but it feels a little like dated or a little too like, in this case it was a little like grandma-y with the upholstery that was on the chairs. Just reupholster your chairs. It is one of the easiest and really inexpensive ways to modernize a set of dining chairs and a kind of an old vintage table. I got this fabric just from Joann Fabrics, reupholstered it, popped them back on, and now it feels much more modern and fitting with the space. So you can see behind me the whole layout of the living room. This is kind of a good shot of it. You can see the sectional over here that really grounds and is like the focal point of the living room, paired next to it in the bay window with these beautiful, they're like a, I don't know, they're like a bluey teal velvet chairs from Article with these black legs that I think just look so sophisticated and have like an element of whimsy in the room because they're have kind of curves to them. I think it helps to kind of break up some of the like squares angles in here. And then you can see the cabinet that's dividing the space that kind of helps to break the 2 spaces up, gives you kind of a nice overview of the room behind me. So when I hang up stuff on the walls, I take into consideration a few things, like ceiling heights in apartments can vary. You can kind of have low ceiling heights, or in this case, the wall right there, that has like a soffit running above it. So with that, if we were to put those 2 tall posters on the left side of the sofa, it would have felt really short, really cramped, because those posters would have been like almost touching the soffit. But a big piece of artwork was really needed to kind of balance out the largeness of the sectional. So we shifted them and put them on the right side because we had full ceiling height there. And then we added these really cool clay, I don't even know what I want to call them, but I DIY'd them, and I will make a video on how I made them, I promise. but they turned out really cool. And they just kind of add a really cool sculptural element. I made 3 of them and grouped them into a nice little grouping of 3. And then also in this bay window area to really kind of make it feel cozy and even like more inviting around those chairs, and those chairs feeling like they're more part of the space of the sectional. We hung some curtains in there, and curtains just really do an amazing job for making something like an apartment or a rental space feel really homey and cozy. And then greenery. Add lots and lots of greenery to your space. Plants, I mean, they have an amazing amount of sunlight and natural light in this space, so I filled them up with lots of plants in here because I love plants. But even little things like some eucalyptus like this. I love this stuff because it's really inexpensive and it lasts for a long time, and then when it does actually dry out, it still pretty much looks like this, so you can have it still sitting out for like months. I have that at my house, and I just think it looks so pretty and adds a lot of like whimsy again and like sculptural elements to the space. And it's just, I love greenery. It just makes every room feel so much better.
Article is an original, modern furniture brand engineering remarkably better experiences. Article offers a flat rate fee of $49 or $19 for small shipments for most orders, no matter how large. Choose from affordable upgrade options for in-room delivery and assembly at checkout. Article offers a 30-day satisfaction guarantee so you can try out your new furniture in your home. If you're not completely happy, they'll pick up the furniture and provide a refund minus delivery and pickup charges, which is $49 in most cases.
I want to say thank you to Article for partnering with me again on this video. The pieces that are from Article in the space are that sectional, those amazing chairs, and the pouf. I'll have all the items from Article linked in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing an apartment makeover and enjoyed me kind of walking around and talking through the space, a little bit different for me, and talking about the different design challenges that we ran into and how we overcame them. And everything in this video is renter friendly, which I think is a fun change for my channel. I'll link as many things as I can down in the description box below if you're looking for specifics like the coffee table or rug and stuff like that. And then all the items from Article as well are going to be linked in the description. I'll also have a blog post with photos and again the links of things that are in there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Did it. And a good high five. God, that was a good high five. Who knew where that was gonna go?